like I really don't belong. I can't explain it. When I close my eyes, I see a strange reality. Am I dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? You wake up feeling like you really don't belong. You can't explain it, that when you close your eyes you see familiarity. Are you dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? Who will you be tomorrow? And what are you today?
Okay, we're live. It is Monday. It is a full moon waning. Did you all make a wish? New goal? Set a new goal? Aim that the other way. Okay, I hope you have a nice cup of something. Good. I am going to spray this into this so I can brush it on. I've done the spraying and I found that the spraying goes a little too far. Matter of fact, I should probably put some backup plastic anyway. My tea already has a little lid on it. That's that clinking you hear sometimes. Protecting it from whatever I happen to be doing on the desk. Okay. Well, let's try. I can't remember. Is it shake or no shake? I don't think you'll have to shake this. No. All right, well, let's it has to saturate it. And it does drip. Luckily, it's not a nasty smell. This makes me think of, oh yeah, laundry. Because we want the bottom to be real crispy. Now, my next trip to the store, I will be picking up some Aileen's fabric draping solution. And it's a stiffener that's stronger than what I can get out of that can. When reading about people doing this and watching them do some of this stuff, I noticed comments about the odor and all that, and some of them did not sound good. But Aileen's, I guess Aileen, Aleene, got good reviews for effectiveness and low odor. So I've got the chat where I can see, but I don't know how fast I'm going to be able to answer you guys in type. Now, of course, this kind of sticks to the glass, but once it's thoroughly dry, it's not a big deal to eat and twist it off and get it off. Now, I want this one to kind of make me think of an urn. Let it come out the sides. So we're making that stick out. Let's see if we can get the side to match. Now I made it thin here. And see, I do that on purpose because I want the light to come through, but sometimes I forget exactly where it's going to land on the vessel. And I miscalculated with this a little by about an inch. It's closer to the seam on the side than I wanted. So I'm going to have to make sure we definitely get that well starched. Okay, you sit over here for a few minutes. Because we need to do the same to this one. sure that we have the images lined up with the shape of this glass, which has 8 sides. And with felt, it's not so easy with this kind of a vessel to get all 8 sides to look kind of sharp. We're going to give it a go. I realize it's not really seeing anything here. Really could use a better camera setup. See, this was my talk setup. Do cards, answer questions, do life coaching. You just need the desk. And then I started doing art while life coaching. So I decided to put a camera down there as well as in my face so you can see what I'm doing. But both the camera and the tripod it's on are kind of getting old and rickety. Okay, we're getting the definition I wanted. I'm going to finish this side. You have to really get it into the wool. You don't ever want it sitting on top of the wool because it'll just leave white flakes. This will also help cement some of the gold thread in. Okay, we got a good start. This will probably need a second coat, or I'll find out when it's dry where I missed. It seems like I got a fairly good coverage except for the yellow fringy stuff, which I'm trying not to address at the moment until this part's all done. So now we're going to trade. You come over there. Thank you. Yeah, that is very thinned out. So let's get this soaked. I don't know if that'll glue down or if I'm going to end up needle felting it in. If it won't glue, I'll probably have to cut it off. I should starch in. If I needle felt on top of this where it's really thin, it'll be too obvious because I'm not that skilled to make it not obvious. And very thin wool. Yeah, that looks good. It's going to have to get cut. Oh well. I put lots on, so it'll be okay. Now, the cool thing about this is after it's dry, anything fuzzy you can shave off. I mean, like, just shave it. All right, I'm going to move these to the other side of the room. And I better put them on a towel so they can drip. Unfortunately, I washed all my studio towels yesterday, and we have lots. Okay, so this is where we're at so far. I can't get it on both cameras at the same time. Okay. Well, that's one. And this is two. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Well, you can see the label on the jar inside, but it's going to look really nice lit up. Okay. Moving on. I didn't need this after all. Nice. But I am going to need some more water. And did that stuff dry already? No. Let's get this wiped up. Okay, I'm going to go rinse my brush out. I'll be right back. Okay. This is a nice brush. I'm glad I have that. Okay, so, oh, that does feel like, I can feel it without my gloves on. Sticky. We are going to use something different that doesn't have the stick on it. There you go. Ah. This is for a hat. Let's get this out of the way. Now, where is all my bag of templates? No, you are not a bag. You are not. And you are not. Where are you? Where are those that are? Alrighty. There it is. Let's improve. Nah. Idea. I got an idea. You stay together. I had been honored with an invitation and a ride to a student art show, and I'm really excited about it because I'm going to be surrounded by teachers who I'm predisposed to like because they're teachers. And from what I understand, good food will also be part of this scenario. So teachers and good food and art, you can't say no, right? All right. That's not quite round, is it? I really have to get myself a compass that makes things easier, a little faster. So, because there's people that are going out of their way to come and get me, bring me to the event, safeguard me, like the little lady that I are, and bring me home. I want to make something for them. Okay, that's going to be a hat. Not today. This. I need another circle. Still not a circle. But that's okay because it's going to be a vessel. Actually, I'd like that to be a little more even. Okay. Making the templates without a computer to print it out is a pain in the butt. Now, luckily, I had a good breakfast. I'm not going to have to get up and run to feed myself. Also, I've got a couple of double dog cakes stashed. If I get the munchies, I know what to do. Ta-da! All right, not great. All right, now we just have to decide on the colors. I know purple is a big one. They like purple. I want something interesting. Got some purple. We've got some magenta. Oh. How about some specialty yarn? Now this is Pride Month. I happen to have some rainbowy stuff. I think we're going to go with that. when you want to make something for someone, you don't know them well enough to know their favorite colors, although I'm very sure one of them likes purple. So aside from that, I am guessing. Now this is going to go on both sides, so I don't want all of it. There we go. There. Now remember, none of this stuff felts itself, because this is a mix of synthetic and natural fibers. Because it's a mix, some of them are not going to felt well, and that's why you put wool over it. Let's get some a gorgeous purple merino. Yes, this stuff is gorgeous, isn't it? We're definitely making that the primary color of this vessel. Now I have to leave a little bit to go around to the other side. There's something about this, so soft, it's like petting kittens or bunnies. It's softer than baby hair. Let's get some there's some glue in here. Again, this is not fiber, wool fiber, so it's not going to felt quite. That's we're going to get some blue wool. Oh, there's some purple behind it. Yeah, let's get some blue. What do I have that's merino? I want something super fine. Ah, that's very fine. I'm so in awe of these fibers. do need to go into the center. Grass, which actually I don't expect in neps. Some schmutz. No schmutz allowed. They were loose. Throw them in. feathers. Now we should get lots of wild texture from this setup. That's tight. All right. Now the only way to know for sure if I have enough is by wetting it down. So I'm going to go get some warm water to add to my now quite cold water. I see a message from my friend Sandy. Sandy, I will get that after I'm off the air. I decided to take a little snack before I start rolling. Once I start, it gets messy. No, not so much messy as just very wet. Okay, all your stuff just stay in one place. Thank you. Now, as soon as wool gets hit with water, it starts locking up. But not fast enough that you can just go wild. You have to be very gentle at first. Some say like caressing the cheek of a baby. I don't know what that is, so I'm just very gentle. Like I could take this personally. What is this? I have to fix my uneven surface here. There we go. Where's that lump coming from? Now I'm going to use the olive oil soap my friend gave me. Now, where do I put it? While soap is not absolutely necessary, it is extremely helpful. Makes things slide around better. But if you have too much water, they'll just float. The idea is to get the barbs on the hair to lock together. Now I don't want to go too far because I want to flip this over and then decorate the other side. Stay down. There we go. Stay there for a minute. So we can turn this over. Now I can remove this larger piece. Thank you for your service. We will pick up some of the excess water here. It's going to be that way, right? Okay. Let's throw a little more of this on for fun. Oh, wait a second. You know what? Let's do the opposite here. It's the other side. And we will use some little red nips. Some little ones. That's a big one. Okay. Now, I'll go back over this way. Oh, I need more blue. More blue. They really twisted this up to get it in the package. Let's pain in the ass. I think that's about right. We're going to find out. Just a minute. It's our first pancake. This is the inside of the bowls. It will be the inside of the bowls. time to roll it. And we'll see how we're doing. After I wipe my hands off. Look at that, it's already 2 o'clock. Oh, I did start late today, didn't I? Now we'll get the excess out of here. Okay. Yes, we're getting felting. Very nice. Okay. Oh, yes, we'll be able to cut this in half soon and turn it into 2 vessels. The towel doesn't do anything but keep it together so I can roll it longer. It's not doing anything other than that. Ah, good and hot. Hot tea, cloudy day. Nice. Although I am in the mood for Chinese food, but I already have a chicken thigh marinating in white wine, rosemary, and vinegar. I'll probably just make some rice for that. Definitely we have shrinkage. Not enough, but we know how to do that. Something tougher than this. That didn't go far. Thank you. I'd like to drag all of these things into the bathtub and rinse them off, but right now I've got a gallon echinacea sitting in there waiting to be planted in our garden, which I'll have to remove from my shower in the morning. This makes the stuff felt better than anything I've tried so far. It just crunches right up. Definitely getting there. We're going to have two very different bowls. I like that. But they will look like they're related. Aloha! How are you today? I can tell that my pill ran out. I'm going to have to get one. So have you had your breakfast? You're getting ready for lunch? It's what, 11? No, it's, what the hell time is it for you? 9? 10? I can't count today. I keep putting you back 3 hours, but you're 6 hours earlier. So what, 8 a.m.? Yeah, breakfast time. You survived yesterday. 2 thumbs up. Now, face today. I guess so, right? Of course, that's 2:07 here. I have to get the different scissors. Be right back. Good start. That looks pretty half, doesn't it? I didn't mean it to be that way, but this worked. It looks like it worked. Same. Oh, geez. Did they come to blows in their happiness? I think I want to form this over something. Let me see what I've got. So you got the hotter pink one on one side and the matching blues and purples. All right, let me see what I've got to, what do I have that's that size? No, those have handles. Well, I guess the thing to do is first wash the soap out. 11 p.m. Yeah, why would you go out at 11 o'clock at night? Yeah, big mistake. There's nothing but trouble at night. It always ends that way. Unless you go to some concert outside at night in an apartment building when they've got music on at 11 p.m., that's trouble. People who are not being courteous. So what are you going to do different today? Because yesterday's already over. Fuck it. Can't change it. Can't change the people and mixed up in that. It is what it is now. All right, I'm going to take these and put them in a bowl of water with vinegar. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. You can type. Okay, they're soaking. Sit down one group, tell the group. They come out because of the music. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yep, they're looking for fights. They're always bowed up, ready for a problem. And if they don't find one, they create it. So how fast were you able to get away? No drama. They have to manufacture it, huh? You got to get out of that headset. So you stop walking right into those traps. They were probably having arguments before you got there, but they calmed it down. Well, whoever's loudest will probably take the heat if someone complains about how loud the music is. Is that a song? Don't you want to just put them all into timeouts? Like they're all 5 years old, they can't control themselves. Their egos are out of control. Their self-esteem is in the trash. They'll fight over anything. See that? The whose side, who did you hear, or who did that, or what did you like, which one was best? It's always a trap. It's always going to be us against them, and they want you to be a judge. It's bullshit, but that's a setup. You always have to be aware of that. Of course, it's always stupid shit. Nobody fights over smart shit. The fact that they're fighting shows that they're stupid shit. They could have been just enjoying the evening, having a little party out front in a safe area by the beach. Oh my God, you're on the beach. And they have to pick a freaking fight late at night. It's like, what do they really want? Drama, excitement, bullshit. I'm glad I'm not them. I'm glad I'm not them. I don't have to be like them. Okay, that stuff is soaking. I need a pill or I'll have to go off air. Yeah, me too. You gotta be so careful. You never know what they're carrying. It's nuts. What was that song by Randy Newman? Short people? I always think dumb people are dumb people. You live in paradise. It could be paradise, right? If people weren't starting shit, you could walk around that island all day. Oh, that's funny. Is it? Are they sure anymore? We have overcast. We're supposed to get rain. Let me double check. It looks like rain. 60 degrees. Cloudy. Oh, great. Well, the pollen is already high and it's going to be worse tomorrow when I'm going out. Oh, just overcast, no rain. No rain until Saturday. I told my friend the other day when we were driving, I said, it seems like it always rains on Saturday here because there were a couple of demonstrations I wanted to attend. They were on Saturday, but it was pouring. My friend just sent me, banks are now banning this for seniors. I'll have to look at that later. Ah, they're closing banks. Okay. Well, I will have to check that out more. Banks are doing this quietly. I don't know. I will find out more. I will have to watch this later because we're here now with you. But let me tell my friend I will watch it. Oops. Okay, now where are we? Gone. All this stuff on YouTube. I will find out. I will let you know. Because this has something to do with what the banks are doing to screw over seniors. We need to know because we already know that everything connected with this administration is just basically screwing everybody. So We need to know what's going on. We have to protect ourselves as much as possible. No sun at all. Oh, it's still early. We might get some. Well, how much rain is supposed to start? An actual hurricane kind of weather, or just a lot of rain? There, I forgot the pill. Let me go get this. I'll be back in just a minute. Type in the meantime. All this week. That would not bother me if it was here, but it's not. What we have is high pollen all week. Oh, I found, I probably said this a couple weeks ago. I found the article, the newspaper article featuring me and my eggs. And I brought it to our resident senior advisor to copy for me because, you know, it's ancient, 1996. So the newspaper is very, very old. But that was me. When I was talking about yesterday, what I did with eggs, like, you can't really tell by this picture, but that egg has a door on it. The snowflake ones, that's all carved with Swarovski crystals. That's a wolf painted on a very large goose egg. Note, that is actually not a goose egg, because those are other, my other ones are goose eggs. Glenn painted that on, looks like an emu egg. Must have been one of our smaller, weirder shaped ostrich eggs. They tend to go either very round or more, no, more oval. So I did one for Easter. There's one for Christmas, and then the snowflakes. I do miss, so there's my angel. Oh, you can't really see it. That's etched into the paint. I paint the shell and then I etch it with a drill. So I draw it freehand on the paint. Yeah, and that was me. I was working on a really cool egg there. It's actually in the middle of it, I think. Ta-da! Me in 1996. of course, because people couldn't remember my name down south. Oh yeah, it was 3 pages. That's right. Anyway, I was just Egg. My neighbor called me Egg. 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 Like, hi. Or hey. I learned to say hey instead of hi. Hi pegs you for a Yankee. Hey pegs you for a Southerner. So it was, hey. Well, they accepted us because we were from the West. Coming from California was not near as bad as coming from New York. So I didn't tell them I was from New York. Because I was quite, it's a couple of states removed from New York by then. New York to Connecticut. Very close to where I am now. All right, I'm going to go get the stuff that I was working on first thing this morning to start the stream. Oh, you are wet. Okay, I'm not going to do it because they're really, really wet. The 2 vessels are currently soaked in starch, so they're drying, but right now they're soaking wet and they're on a towel dripping. Gangsta? Who's here? I'm rudely eating cashews because I don't like taking pills on a completely empty stomach. Okay, well, dying. I'm getting more and more excited about the big project, the 100-year-old scarf repair. This is being saved for that scarf. And other stuff. Oh, here. The Aqua Viscose. So I don't want to touch them, but I do need to make a hat that matches it. Okay. Here's the scarf. We've got 2 very different blues because the silk faded. It's 100 years old. It was more aqua when I bought it 50 years ago. It matched the tassels much better. This is barely keeping itself together. It's like falling apart in my hands. Look at that. So, like, I've got no time to waste anymore. This must be fixed. So I'll be working on that this month, but unfortunately not on camera. Although, yeah, not on camera, because I'm going to be downstairs. I could bring my laptop, but I don't have a good connection down there. Coffee time. Yay. So we've got all of this. This goes to, actually, it might help to lighten some up. although it actually looks better with that, but that doesn't work as well with that. I have to design it before I start because you don't get second chances with something this fragile. I could skip the dark. Okay. The original plan was to use all of the holes to create a cobweb scarf. Because a cobweb scarf, you don't need to have something that starts with holes. You make the holes so that it's very strong because it's all felted together, but it has a very delicate look. And when you use the merino wool on silk, it's very light and flowy, and I mean, literally just flows in the air. You lose some transparency, of course, but not that much. So I did an experiment on a piece of silk to see, what it's like, because this is so fragile that it's very likely to dissolve as I'm working on it. So it's really going to be a precarious kind of a project. And I'm a little nervous about it because, like I said, you only get one chance. I've collected all the colors, and I even have some silk yarn in a blue that's very close to the one that's on there. Where is it? I bought this blue silk. I did not realize I was getting this much. This is yarn. It's actually a yarn made from pure silk. So this is extremely strong while being extremely light. So my plan was to open up the whole scarf, spread it all out, and make a crisscross pattern with the silk and then felt over that. So we'll have the texture of the silk, but also the strength that this no longer has. So yeah, this is the adventure I never expected. But I think we can make it happen. I could go this and pull out the green in that instead of the blue. But then we could do the blue and the green. Do I have a smokier blue? No, I think that's it. All right, well, just keep it all together. I would like to wear this someday again. And when it's done, I will make a hat to match it. Okay. Now this is so cool. I have not decided what to use this in. It seems like a purse. The front of a purse would be ideal because it's so weird. Felting this in, like all these green caterpillars. It's so soft and squashy. Now, I don't know what my sister made with this. This is what's left from her project. Gotta ask her. It must have been a long time ago because she can't remember shit. But she also did a lot of knitting for a while. She's very good at following directions. I am not. I'm the one always going rogue. Okay, actually, I don't know what this just came from, but I know where it's going. This is just too tight. Look at that poor thing. What was that? It was 2 ounces. That's what I don't like about this farm. Like that twisted. They do that to fit that in a plastic bag. You know what works really well, which I never would have thought of until I got an order from China this way? Vacuum packed. Vacuum packed. It was beautiful. When I broke the seal, it just poofed up in gorgeous, luxurious locks. Okay, let's put this stuff away. I gotta do more with this gold. It's fun. Now I'm not gonna put that on silk. It's just pushing the envelope a little too hard. All right, purple is packed. This was such a good deal. If I didn't need so many other colors, I'd buy more on the sale. It's so cheap. It looks really pretty lit up. I think we'll go ahead and make a vessel with that. Just because it is really sweet. Now this looks like 1 ounce. Yeah, it's 1 ounce. I call this coral. It to me looks like a darker version of this light salmon. Now that's much better. Oh my goodness, that is like silk. Look at that. Yeah, I'm like totally in love with this stuff. I really, really, really want to get to some festivals, fiber festivals. This is so fun, but it's garish next to these more subtle colors. This is going to be gorgeous lit up. Should we throw some heat into it? Maybe with some specialty fibers instead. Yeah, no. That's also very garish to me. It's like neon yellow. Excuse me. I don't know. That to me looks more like something I'd use for really something temporary. Like kids' clothing. Back you go. Really got to watch the zippers in your wool. Come back through. I forgot midnight. Oh. You know, that gave me an idea. They call this what? True blue. Easy enough to remember. Blue. I think instead of having a gold top, we'll go with a blue. Welcome home. And thanks, Doc. I just love this stuff. I don't know what it is. It's like something I was missing my entire life of art materials. It's like a combining of things. It's like you get this tactile kind of a experience, you know, because of all this touching and handling and rubbing. It's like, yeah, that's pretty great. And I really enjoyed that working with clay. But clay obviously has too many limitations, especially, you know, now. I have some air dry clay and I made some stuff and I hung it on in the bathroom. It looked beautiful for about a year, maybe a little over a year. Then the moisture or something started just like making the edges crumble. It's like, what? That doesn't happen when it's fired. But I've got no ability to get my clay stuff fired. So, you know, there you go. That's not going to do it. But it's also like, you know, I wanted to make clothes and stuff for myself, and I so suck at traditional means like knitting, crocheting, and sewing. I think I'm just going to cut this because this is really, really intense. That's way more than I'm going to need, but whenever I have something left over, I give it to my friend who does needle felting. She doesn't need a whole lot at a time. I've got to get some greens to her today if she's ready for it. So what we're going to have here . Hopefully be kind of like a garden at sunrise. I have got to order more of this. This is definitely one of my favorite greens in the wool. This sage is really nice, but it gets dark, really dark. And I want to keep it light. Should we even go that light? Yeah, we'll go light. Now see that one, this is definitely different. It's easier to separate. And we'll take a little poof of this to mix in with that. Ooh, you know, that's not a bad idea. This is Corriedale. It'll give this a little stronger structure on the bottom. So I think, yeah, I'll throw some of that there for the bottom. Okay. Now for the template. Okay. Let me just fix that. That's a little better. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's got to be somewhat together. No. Oh, come on, Phil. All right. Too big. Now, this is going to be the last project for the day, because otherwise this place is going to start to feel like a sauna, a chilly sauna. And I'm going to get some tape. I finally figured out the reason for the humidity here the other day was all the towels drying from me doing this. It's like, I don't mind having towels around me drying, but I do mind if they raise the humidity that much that I can walk in and go, whoa, is the air conditioner not on? I need you to behave. Okay. Doesn't have to be exact, but I need room for the top to lacy out. There's probably a term for it, and I don't know it. So tomorrow I am going out. I am going to have dinner and look at young people's art So I'm psyched. Okay. We're not looking for exact. It's going to be stretched over a glass vase, but not tonight because right now that vase is being used to stretch another one. Let me. No, I'm going to a school. It's a school. And there's a kids' art show. So now that the show is, I don't know if it's happening or it's just finishing and the dinner is happening. So it's going to be teachers, parents, and children. Anyway, he said, "Aloha, finally home," and he must have run to the bathroom or something. That's usually what I did when I got home. Because with women, the first thing women do when they get home is take their bra off. Ask any woman what she does. If she wears a bra and she gets home from work, that sucker comes off. And if men went around wearing a bra all the time, not counting the ones who enjoy it for different reasons, believe me, you would not want it. Like, why are you wearing that rubber band? That hurts. It's got wires and all kinds of stuff in it. Oh, there you are. Excellent. All right. All that positive thinking is finally happening in real time. Yay, Gary. I'm happy for you, babe. Well, this is a really long staple. We don't need that much hanging off the edges. See? You put the good energy out there. Let the universe take care of the rest. It's not up to you how it's handled. Just know what you want handled. Imagine the happy outcome for you. And my philosophy is, if they're really unhappy and they're making life miserable for everybody there, they're not happy. They believe they'll be better off going somewhere else and trying to be happy. Oh, yeah, that's what they naturally do. And good for her. Let them free. Although, if they're really big, my stepmother had really big ones. She was like, I don't know, triple D. One of her other sisters had the same problem, huge and painful. They hurt. That's why Dolly Parton, although that was her signature, she had half of what she had removed. She kept big, but she moved half of it because the weight, man, the pain in your back from having all that weight up front, tipping you over. Men just see boobs. Women know, ow, it hurts. Kalani Leilani. Ow. Hawaiian names. Well, they sound like it. from what little I have heard and seen of the language. Seen more than heard. Ow. I think I'm giving myself too much tension in my upper arms and my shoulders. Well, that sounds nice. What do they do on your island? Or is that the island that me, Rick, and Wanda are hanging out at? Ooh, come here. Cool. Well, that's fun, Gary. You're able to incorporate your reality with fantasy. I have a town. It's a farming town in a small town. It's called West Gibbon. But I sell Sim City. That's much bigger. That's got regions attached and everything. That is Grinwicket, like the Wizard of Namaris. Well, the temperamental Wizard of Namaris. There's lots of Wizards of Namaris. Okay, so we got that. Now we got to get some pink in there. Where's the pink? Oh, I probably took way more than I need for this, but yeah. Allocate why they film. Yeah. And now who? Steve Harvey. He's great. Don't forget Ron Wood. He doesn't get enough credit. And if you put a musician or sing, you got to put Titus in there. Steve Harvey has been showing up a lot lately. I hope in good ways. He's he has his own show, doesn't he? I'm mistaken. Now I don't watch TV or any cables, but I have Netflix, so I've seen some comedy specials like Wanda Sykes. Anything I see, it's from YouTube. So there's a lot I don't see. Oh, did they? Was that a movie or a cartoon like Scooby-Doo? Wow. Oh, I've got to throw some green. Wait a minute. Which way am I working? Crap. I forgot I work inside out. All right. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, that's for my stability. All right. Successful. Boylet, great story written in cartoons. Successful. I'm not sure what that word is. Boylet, great story. All right, now I can do this correctly, I hope. This stuff's amazing. This is the stuff, the silk that's so fine. It sticks to like every teeny abrasion on my skin. It just sticks as if it's Velcro. There we go. Oh, gives me the sneezels. Cinnamon. This goes where it wants to go, does what it wants to do, with whatever it can do it with. Violet. I'm not familiar with that. Wow. Simply irresistible. One is silk, one is viscose, aka bamboo. Bamboo is such a miraculous plant. All the things you can do with it. Okay. Don't touch and don't breathe. Oh, why not? I've got extra gold sitting around here. All right. Now, my goodness. Sally Jesse. Sally Jesse? Ew. Not on my side. Oh, I love Weird Al. He's great. He's very smart. I like smart people. I said that's what attracted me to Rick Moranis. I mean, I'm not saying anybody can act because they can't. I can't. But I appreciated him as an actor. But was reading his lyrics and hearing his music was like, wait a second. Now he was no longer just an actor. And like I said, I've got respect for actors. It's not like I shoo them. I wouldn't date one, but um, I think what they do is wonderful. I appreciate their work. But I don't fall in love with them or get crushes on them just for acting. Although close call in the 80s with Tim Curry, with Rocky Horror Picture Show. That opened a new world to me. It's like, you mean some guys dressed like that? Cool. Can we meet some? My sisters turned me on to it. I was a country bumpkin at the time, visiting the big city. They said, have you ever seen Rocky Horror Picture Show? No. You have to go. I've been shooting planes out of the sky in my game lately. Another game goal achieved. I'm the bomb. Be careful how you talk, mister. You know, that's really going on right now. It's hard for me to relate. It's such a toxic environment. You know what I mean? We're killing people. So it's hard for me to enjoy games like that. I like skill games, you know, like shooting things, fine. Partial to bow and arrow. I don't like real guns. I don't like the sounds they make. I do like seeing things explode, but I get that in my game when I explode things, like in a discotheque kind of a way. That's too bad. I'd give you extra points for killing that. Okay, and now I'm going to try to do something more daring. We're going to throw some blue at the top, as if it was a blue sky over a garden. Will it work? We're going to find out. It might look stupid. I hope not, but you never know. Maybe I need to go with a lighter blue. I might need to go with a lighter blue. This might be too extreme. I think it is. We're going to reserve that for something else. I want this to be kind of a rosy morning over the garden kind of a thing. Sky blue. Just like Maui. Maui sky bluey. We happen to have some sky blue. Oops, Corriedale. And that's good because it's stiffer. Yeah, I think that would be very pretty. Very gentle colors. Thin that out because we've got to go back and forth across it. There we go. I know. Who else could join my game? Oh God, I would hope not. I'd want right out. Like, delete me if you ever do that. Who else? Titus Burgess. Oh, purple. Who's really funny? Somebody funny. All right, let me take a look, see what I think. Another piece of plastic. This one is wet. Okay. It's more like it. Now, just do it there. Maybe I I should put a little bit more rose. Make sure I've got enough layers. It's got to be able to stand up. I think I'm going to put just a little bit more rosy color. Like that. Move a little into the blue to give us some lavender when the light shines through that. It's nice and fluffy now. It feels a little thin right there though. Okay, those are the inside, so I'm going to just put some light Corriedale down because this is so sturdy. How'd you end up on this side? Oh, because I had you reserved for the other side. All right. Wow. Well, that's how I was with SimCity. I started playing SimCity when it was first invented in the 80s on my desktop until, 10 years ago, they created a mobile game just in time for my divorce. Now, you're wired for the game. Now, is it last man standing kind of a game? Or do you work with a team? Rich was into the one that they drop you in, and then you're in a random landscape, and it's every man for himself. Okay. Oh, no, no, don't pull up. This is the inside. I don't want things overlapping where they don't belong. Two sides. Oh, interesting. I would guess that's pretty good for strategizing. Get the excess water. Because we're going to be putting more on top of you. How many people on a team? Okay, Gary. Yeah, neither do I. I don't want to attract it into my life, so I don't want that vibe around me. Okay, let's pull out some more green silk. Ooh, easy now. We don't want a ton of it. We want some interesting pieces. Because this represents a garden. Yeah, we can't use the fingers. Everything sticks. Where I just put those tweezers. Lose my head if it wasn't glued on. There. Stay. Ooh. Wow. It's gorgeous. That's going to felt like crazy. Let's get some of that little gold in there. Do we want that? No, no, we don't. Actually, we want the darker green. All right, let's get all the green back into the bag. Get the gold and put it back where it belongs. Your gold over here. No, your green. It just looks good. Oh, there we go. I knew I'd set aside a piece. No, you're green. stay. Oh, just there. It's wet. Stick to that. Oh, no, you don't belong there anyway. All right, now I need my greens again. Beautiful, beautiful greens. Oh, well, yeah, wait. We're gonna have that red. I'll come around the back end. Oh, yes. There's the light green. That's weird. All right. I need another poof of the almost white green. A poof of Corriedale. How many people on a team? some more baby blue. Oh God, I hope I got the right blue. No. There we go, it's Cordell. I'll just leave this over here for the minute. Since I didn't measure well enough. Since I use so many different templates, I'm not sure all the time. Two more. Schmutz. No schmutz allowed. Okay, one tiny schmutz more. A smidgen. All right, I think we're good now. Well, we're going to find out real soon. Because everybody is AFK. Make sure all the wool is saturated before we take away the excess water. I've had a couple of these where I didn't get enough air out between the wool and the resist, and the stuff I added did not adhere as well as I wanted. And that was not getting all the air out. So that's what we're making sure we do today. And we pick up some excess water. These sponges are very handy. They hold a lot. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to put it on. Oh, our balls. Okay. There are the first bowls. Oh, they're fun. They're not done. I'll have to finish them tomorrow because I'm going to be starving by the time I finish this stuff. I need to do more. I'll just drape that over the soap dish. And I'll drape this over. Oh, what am I going to drape this over? Well, I guess we'll do it over itself. I'll have two of them together while I work on this. Hey. Remember, this is the inside of the vessel, the part that you're not going to see, but the light will shine through it. Oop. Need to make sure we have the shape. Yeah, we're just going to end up having to cut that. But that's okay, we have plenty of room. Okay, and now the magic. Olive oil soap. I will now turn all of these single little fibers into a fabric. Welcome back. Oh, good. we'll put more soup. Oops. That is not going with this. I found 4 mad TV characters to make that I love for my game. Mad? What kind of mad? Angry mad or crazy mad? Do what feels best. It's the only way you're going to get anywhere. If you can't do it while you're sitting in bed, then fuck it. You need to rest. You have a serious infection your body is fighting. and rest is paramount. Rest and hydration, lots of water. Excuse me. Well, you can really feel the difference in the wools. Corriedale feels so much more coarse. Oh, stay there. I've got wool everywhere. And now to squeeze out some of the soap. I should have brought more sponges to the table. Soggy. Stay there and drain. Well, I would think not. I mean, the thing I sent you on your drug you're taking covers your food and stomach and all that other stuff. Because antibiotics don't go after one specific bacteria. They kill all the bacteria. That includes the good bacteria, which is why you get the runs. When I took Cipro, I only took it for like, I don't know, 5 days. I was sick for a month. And that's me knowing what to do too. So it can really wreck a system. Which is a drag. Because then you've got to do other things to recover. Back in the days that I actually needed antibiotics and wasn't in the hospital, I didn't have probiotics because nobody even knew things like that other than yogurt. So I'm not crazy about yogurt, but whenever I take antibiotics, I make sure I eat some with active cultures, of course, to help replace the stuff that you're pooping out. Because without the bacteria, you can't digest your food. That's the problem. This looks like it could use more water. That can't be possible. This is already so wet. Well, I'm going at regular times. Oh, good. It's going to follow what you eat. So whenever you eat, if you eat on a schedule, you're going to go on a schedule. Because the body likes schedules. Yeah, that's definitely Corriedale, and it still needs some knitting. Oh, I may have to finish this tomorrow. Tomorrow. I might be very busy tomorrow. I know I'll be busy all afternoon and evening, but morning, I don't know. I might be getting a ride to the post office. I hope. Yep. I think I'm going to let this set. Oh, that's where it doubles up. Okay. God, it's so weird. This is so silky, and this is really, it's rough. You wouldn't want that against your skin, I don't think. Now, they say yes, but I would say not me. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I think my shoulders have had enough for today. So I am going to roll this up and save it for tomorrow. Keep it damp. Loosely. Okay, and this I'll have to hang up and get it to dry overnight, I hope. My towels had so much soap in them that when I washed them, I didn't need to add any. I just threw everything in and it made its own suds. So, uh-oh, I must need to charge my battery. All right, it's 4:07. It's heading toward 4:20. I am going to sign off for today. If I can be back tomorrow, where's my mousey? If I can be back tomorrow, I will. Otherwise, I'll be back on Wednesday. It's a busy week. First week of the month is always busy, but now it's extra busy. So have a wonderful afternoon, y'all. Nap time for you, and